If you're a motorcyclist, Z means only one thing. It means a big Kawasaki, an inline 4, and ideally one with a certain amount of attitude. This is a new version of the Z1000. They've updated it enormously since last year. It's got 138 PS or 136 horsepower if you want to put it that way, 101.5 kilowatts. So it's about 13 horsepower more than the previous model had. And torque's up by about 9.5%. It's a new bike from the wheels up, literally. So what's really new since the last model? Everything except the tyres, literally. The wheels are new, the forks are new, the whole frame is new. This is the first model that features this horizontal shock on the big bikes. It'll be in the new Ninja. From there, it's a whole new engine. It's gained 90 cc's. It's now 1040 cc's instead of 950. It's a longer stroke. They've had to put the crank lower down, so it's a whole new engine, casings, the works. New throttle bodies, new pipes, new bike. So starting from the front of the bike with that nice polished rim, we've got 4-pot brakes, radial mount brakes. Absolutely brilliant. This thing stops on a dime. It's 218 kilos. Fully wet, ready to go. So it's not exactly a light sports bike, but it's not portly either. From there you come back to this all new, really narrow gutted frame. They've managed to shrink it down, drop it to 815 mils, so it's 5 mils lower than the previous model. But the throttle bodies are ovalized, so that you've got less width and it's really narrow, makes it easy for you to touch the ground. Even if you're a shorty, you can actually jump on this thing and go, wow, this is like a little 600. Until you open the tab. The new generation is an absolute little peach. It's revving at about 4,500 RPM at 100 Ks, which is relatively busy, but it just gives you the feel that it's ready for anything, absolutely any time. You can chop it down and it really does haul, or you can just crack the throttle open and do it in a nice civilised manner if you choose to. There's no fun in that though, to be honest. And the gearbox is sweet as a nut. So it's got a very unique tail end, and it throws back to its ultimate ancestor, or its spiritual parent if you like, the original Z. The original Z was a 900cc with 4 exhausts, very much stylised, but it does look the part and instantly you know it's a Z. They're 30% smaller in volume than the previous model, and they added a new collector box underneath to allow them to do that and still meet the older PC standards. It's got nice touches, you've got grab handles built into the tailpiece. It's well thought out, it's got the real Street Fighter Transformer attitude and look, and as soon as you open it up, it's very much a little Kawasaki bad boy. In here we have the horizontally stacked suspension. You're going to see it in the new Ninja family, so it's a whole new chassis for this. As I said earlier, the only thing that's not new, other tyres, and that's exactly it. All the panels are slightly different because it's narrow in the waist. It's a new fuel tank. It's lost 3 litres capacity, which is a bit of a shame because it's a little bit on the short side. And this bike has set a new world record for me. I've never run into a bike that I've tried to find 7th gear so often. It's torquey, it's fairly short geared, but it just feels so lively at 100 k's an hour. You're sure you're not on top. 4.5 grand, 100 k's an hour means it's going to top out at about 250 clicks, so it's no slug. It just feels so alive. It's that Street Fighter attitude. You get on it. Every time you turn the bars or you twist the throttle, it feels like it wants to go out and play. It's awesome. I love it. Out on the road, how does a $19,595 Z1000 perform? Really well. It's got a couple of quirks. The pillion is a little bit cramped, and if you pop up onto your toes and you're wearing armoured boots, the foot pegs are fairly close together and you are likely to knock your pillion's feet off their pegs, which will result in a slap around the ears. But once you get used to it, you just ride flat-footed when you're doubling. It's fully adjustable front suspension is a noticeable improvement. You can tune it and make it that little bit sharper than last year's model. The forks are hidden behind these little Blade Runner bits. They're a like it or not part of the styling, but once you get used to the Transformer look, I reckon it looks really horny.